peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 60, which is the season finale. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. But don't worry, because the new Love After Lockup series, Love During Lockup, premieres next month, and Love After Lockup will be back in March. And all I can say is, again, please, no Lacey, Shawn and John, no Puppy and Amber, and no Marcelino and Brittany. When you come back here, please don't do this to us. Get us some new couples. We also have a few freestanding episodes of some show for Deontay that I keep hearing about. I don't know if I can take any more Deontay, seriously. And so this review, since it was the season finale and it was 2 hours long and every single couple was present, it's gonna be a little bit different. So just bear with me, peeps. Shawn and Sarah. You know, I'm just gonna say this. I think that Sarah is absolutely making a huge mistake. I wish the best for her. I think that Sarah is a nice girl. However, I do think that she is rushing. She's moving forward so fast that she does not see all of these hundreds of red flags when dealing with Shawn. She is definitely making a mistake here. I don't think that her mom is holding on to the past at all. I think her mom is holding on to the present and the quite fresh new reality of this man and his 6 children that he left Vegas for to be with you and your daughter. It's also, we've seen Shawn on screen with 1 or 2 of his kids with Kelly, I think just 1 actually, and it wasn't happy. So we see him with Abby and he's acting as if he's super dad or something. Now, I also want to say that I am Team Kelly. Kelly has every right to want to know what Shawn is about to tell her kids. She is the one who was there with them. She's the one that will have to pick up the emotional support for these kids if Shawn says something to them that's going to hurt them. I think that she has every right to know first. And she also has every right to want to meet Sarah beforehand. She has already gone through this with Destiny. Sarah went to jail for manslaughter. I want to meet the person. I'm sorry, as a mom, I think that I have the right to meet someone who is being brought into my children's life. He makes this comment that Kelly can just fly out there or she can drive. Who the hell is driving to Ohio from Las Vegas? Who wants to sit in the car and go through that long drive to meet you and your new convict? I'm sorry, it's something odd about this. Kelly gave birth to 6 kids for this guy, and you did not ask this woman to marry you. But you meet 2 fresh out convicts, and all of a sudden you are ready to be married. You are out here having the unprotected sex. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with Shawn. He's just not trustworthy. And then she made that comment about Kelly doesn't have any problem with him sending money to those kids. You damn right. You damn right. This man has 6 kids with her. You better send money. It's not a gift. It's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to send that money. And she doesn't want to be bothered with Shawn. I tell you something. Listen here, Sarah, and I don't mean any disrespect, but your daughter has been raised by your mom. So as far as I'm concerned, you a new mom. You new to this. Kelly has been dealing with Shawn for all these years, 20-some years. Okay, so she's got 6 kids and Shawn. Shawn is her 7th child. Get off Kelly's back, okay? As far as I'm concerned, Sarah, you are new to this. You don't know anything about Shawn. You don't know anything about what Kelly has been through, so pipe down. Anyway, good luck to Sarah, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. Personally, I think you need to be trying to enroll into school somewhere or trying to find a job, because believe you me, at some point, this relationship is going to blow up and you're going to be a single mom. I'm just saying, I don't trust Shawn, period. Puppy and Amber. Amber goes over to Kathy's house and we see the back of Kathy's house. I was already worried and concerned about the front, but when you see the back, I'm thinking, has she had a tetanus shot? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, Puppy has been arrested. She is in the Cobb County Jail. I guess she got pulled over for having a busted tail light. She called her mom, but her mom hasn't been able to hear from her since. She says she's been calling the probation officer. The probation officer has not called her back. She also says that she can't get in touch with Eric, and she's really afraid. She doesn't know what's, going on with her daughter. Then they also talk about how ridiculous it was that she was putting off turning herself in for the sake of Eric. Eric is an absolute loser. I mean, serious. Really, Puppy? Anyway, it was ridiculous to me that she would hold out turning herself in because of him. If this dude was real and he was on the up and up and he truly loved you and cared for you and wanted the best for you and truly wanted to marry you and be with you forever, he would have driven you to turn yourself in himself so that you can handle this, get everything straightened out, and start your life new and fresh. Get rid of Eric. The thing that hurt me the most is seeing Kathy crying like that. Kathy is devastated. This woman is sick. She has chemo, dialysis, and stop smoking, Kathy. You know what? Listen to me, Kathy. With all of your health problems, you need to stop smoking. Stop smoking. I don't know if you drink. If you do, quit that too. Start eating healthier for yourself. I want you to live, Kathy. And Puppy, girl, you have got to do a better job of taking care of your mama. I hate to see Kathy crying and worried like this. All this extra stress, the woman does not need it. Amber goes over there to the detention center to see if she can find out any additional information on Puppy's case. She was not able to see Puppy. She did try to see her while she was there. She says that she does have some new charges, but they wouldn't give her any additional information. You know what drives me crazy is every time she is locked up or about to get locked up, oh, my mom needs me. Oh my gosh, I want to be out here for Amber. Oh my God, my life is getting better. Oh my God, Eric is going to Vegas and he's going without me because he's a loser and he's a jerk. Okay, and he already paid. He is not about to lose his money because you got locked up. You should have turned yourself in a long time ago. You know what? It's the thing to me that you're always focused on your mom when you're locked up or when you're about to be locked up. You need to focus on your mom when you're out there and free. Honey, now listen. Stop playing these games with us. I'm over it. And Puppy gets out of jail a week after she was released. We find out that Amber is single still. She's focusing on her career, and Puppy and Eric are still engaged but have not set a wedding date. So in other words, Puppy is still being a fool. Are you paroled back to your mama's house, or are you still living at Eric's trying to lie? Do better. Don't bring her back on the show though. We're good. We're good. Feature them on the Where Are They Now episode. Nicole, Deontay, and Tia. You know what? When I see him sad like this, I feel terrible for him. But I don't understand why he cannot realize after everything, talking to his friend, his mom, watching her actions, I don't understand why he doesn't realize that this woman has never cared for him, that he has always been the mark. It shouldn't take all of this for him to realize that he's being used. This relationship is toxic. There is nothing good about Nicole and Tia's relationship. In my opinion, they both seem to be codependent addicts. They look terrible. Tia is in bad health. Nicole is having panic attacks. They both need to get away from each other and get into some sort of therapy. Tia needs to take care of her health, stop drinking the brown liquor, stop all the vaping. And then I noticed Deontay was vaping. I said, well, when did you start vaping? Is it because Tia's vaping? I don't know. Stop this. She makes that comment about Deontay popping out from behind the tree. It was a little weird. You know, it was giving a little Candyman, a little Michael Myers for me. You know, say his name 3 times and boom, there's Deontay. I don't know. And then she says, he's just gonna come here and fight my wife. Excuse me? Your wife threw the first punch. And for a few seconds, I forgot she was a girl. And I was rooting for Deontay to light her up. And then I said, wait a minute, she's a girl. You can't be rooting for him. But I do appreciate that he did not, he did not go at her the way he could have. He did get her in a tiny bit of a chokehold. This is ridiculous. And Tia, stop trying to fight grown men if your technique is the windmill. Because the windmill doesn't always land quite right. No, ma'am. Cut the crap. I really wanted to feel bad for Deontay. I wanted to offer support somehow. But then when I realized Deontay is dating Lindsay now. Remember Lindsay from earlier in the season? The one who was with Scott, who used him, abused him, carved up his desk, brought her girlfriend Tara into the house. Remember that? That Lindsay. So he went from really bad to absolute hell, okay? And when she gets out of jail in a few months, I think they're going to be on Love After Lockup next season. I'm telling you, I think this was for a check. I really do. Buddy, I remember your mom saying, did she forget that she dropped you on your head? I think she may have dropped you on your head and drank gin for her whole pregnancy. What is wrong with you? That comment about her and Tia trying to have a baby using Tia's brother's semen. What the hell? Yes, I said that. What the hell? Okay, I don't think so. I do not think so. You two do not need to be parents, period, ever. Go to therapy, get some help. Work on your mental health and your sobriety, in my opinion, before you think about bringing a child into this world. You two are a wreck. I'm just saying. When she said that Deontay was unhealthy, I said, girl, pot kettle, leave this man alone. We do find out that Nicole and Tia, of course, we already knew, are still married. That Nicole is still trying to reach out to Deontay from time to time. And Deontay is absolutely looking for love in all the wrong places with his relationship that he has started with Lindsay. Boy, do better. Stan and Lisa. Honey, listen, I don't know too many millionaires who try to create a charcuterie board with a Lunchable. I really don't. And those strawberries look a little out of season. I said, what? Okay, we meet Tina. I said, look at them having a little Lunchable by candlelight. Oh my God. I'm telling you, stop this, okay? Please, Stan, we have seen nothing but the cheapest food at your house. I don't know if that's how you stay rich. I don't know. He says that he gave Lisa a total of $25,000 the whole time that they have been, dating. Tina shows up. I said, Tina, please stop being on standby. That is one thing I cannot get with. Don't be on standby for a man. It's too much. Okay, he has dumped you, and she makes the comments that she is always there for him after every breakup. Really, Tina? Stop. Listen, all I can say is this was a very expensive lesson that you learned, Stan. Lisa is off in the hills getting baptized. I really do like that she was baptized. She's living with her brother and she's whining and complaining about how Stan has done her wrong. Girl, you were trifling, scheming, and after this man's money from day one. Nobody is feeling sorry for you, ma'am. I'm sorry, please. I just think that Lisa and Stan were both out for the wrong things. Stan was looking for someone to have the sex with down in his basement, strap him up to that straight jacket and play with his prostate. Ooh. And Lisa was after the money, period. And I really got extremely pissed off at Stan for making that comment about Tina needing to lose a little weight. Stan, are you serious? Are you serious? Stan, you have no room to judge anybody. No room to judge anyone, especially on their appearance. Are you kidding me? I mean, you are the king of the multicolored comb over. You look like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. And you want to tell this woman that she needs to lose a few pounds? This is the same woman that you call up every time you are lonely and by yourself. Stan, go on somewhere. We find out that Stan has retired from dating inmates. We know that he's got a new girlfriend who is more age appropriate and not Tina. Tina, listen here, honey. Go on about your business. Find you somebody else. Stan is clearly using you, and you can get Lunchables for $1.28 at the Walmart. I'm just saying, you can spread them out on your own plate with your crackers. This is ridiculous. Lisa is still living with her brother, and she's still dating, and we have seen some of the men she has been dating on her social media. Oh, gosh, I feel for those dudes. Anyway, moving on. Britney and Ray. Now, let me start out by saying, current day, they are still together. She does not wear the ring, but, they are still trucking on, trying to move on with their relationship. Personally, I think that Ray could do better. I didn't really like the way her friends treated him, the way they were eyeballing him, the way they were making their little snide comments, and her sister out talking about, that's not the way our family does things. Girl, who gives a damn? Okay, your family is really, really rude to this dude. I mean, it's ridiculous. She's saying that he made her wear that dress and she's looking crazy. First of all, nobody forced you to wear that dress. That is a very unattractive dress. I am not saying that she is unattractive. I'm saying that dress is very unattractive. And if anybody made anybody look stupid, that was you making yourself look dumb. You're the one who went around and told everybody he was going to propose. You didn't know that for sure. This man has $146,000 worth of restitution he has to pay. He's been out of jail less than 4 months at that time. He's working a job that you and him both agreed was not making that much money. And you are trying to force a marriage and children on this dude right off the rip. You are on a vacation that you paid for. You said that you liked the good life. We saw you flying on Spirits. You are doing too much. Everything is going too much and too fast, and you guys did not have to embarrass this man like this. I mean, the whole thing was awful. Britney's reaction was ungrateful. I think that a promise ring is a little childish when you were 34. I agree with that, but you did not have to hurt this man. I mean, seriously, Britney comes off as completely spoiled and almost to the point of annoying. She expects too much from this man. You are controlling him. You are acting like you are his mom. He is still in prison when he is with you. I think that he absolutely should move back home with his grandmother. I didn't think it was okay for her best friend, her guy friend, to get up in their business, ask Ray about it. Are you going to marry her within a year? And it's not your business. The whole thing was too much. Ray apologized to her and everything. This couple irritates me. We find out at the end that Ray is still paying his restitution and he's saving for a bigger ring for Britney, and she's waiting for him to propose, which means I guess they did not get married at the end of the year, which we already knew that, and I believe they'll be back next season, I'm sure. Marcelino and Brittany. Now, honey, listen, this is exactly what I thought after seeing this storyline. I can't. I absolutely cannot. I think that this is all manufactured. Next season, they will be back. It'll be the threesome storyline and her meeting her bio father. This is ridiculous to me. You know what? I don't judge people's relationships. If you want to have threesomes, foursomes, sixsomes, you want to swing, you want to swap, you want to do X, Y, and Z, do that. That is just not my life. That is not something that I'm okay with, but I'm fine with it if it's somebody else. Personally, when Marcelino and Amber kissed, I was pretty turned off by it. I'm serious. I can't imagine just sitting there watching my husband kissing down somebody else. I just think it's a lot going on, and I just think that this is storyline driven. Personally, I wish Marcelino and Brittany the best. I think that they are a good couple together, and if they can make this relationship work, fine with me. I just think that it's fake and phony. I think that this is all set up so they can stay on the show and they can continue to get a check. Hey, I don't knock anybody's hustle. I'm just tired of seeing it. We find out that her and her business partner have opened up a new sober living facility, and I'm wishing them the very best with that facility. John, Lacey, and Shane. It's the Lacey begging for me. Just 48 hours or 72 hours earlier, you were begging and saying the same thing as to Shane. That you love him, you know things can work out, you can be back together, you can make things work. You love each other so much, we've been through so much, and it's I, all the time. Then we see John crying, and I'm just thinking, what is happening here? John makes that comment that him and his girlfriend Julie are doing great. Really, buddy? Really, buddy? Are you great? Does Julie know that you're great? Because wasn't it 24 hours earlier from that Lacey said you and her were having the sex all night long? Does Julie appreciate that? I mean, seriously. And then when John finally gets some sense, decides to walk away from her, she's, John, girl, you are a full-on mess. All three of you are crazy. And I don't get it. Why do they not see that she is selfish? And I think she's a little narcissistic. I really do. All these people, all three of them, have so many issues. And the only thing that is important are those children. And none of them see it. None of them see it. Lacey gives us mouth service. I just need to focus on my kids. When? Because if you were just going to focus on your kids, you would, first of all, get rid of Shane and John. Both of them. Change your phone number. Block everybody on social media. Go over to your daddy's house and get your kids and start trying to live your life. Not this. I don't think that Lacey wants John or Shane. I think all she wants is attention. Personally, if I was Julie, John's girlfriend, I would bounce. This relationship is done. It's over. I'm sick of this. It's always back and forth, back and forth. Of course, we already know current day that her and Shane are going through a divorce and her and John are back together. So Julie, please don't be Tina. Don't stand to the back and wait for him to call you when Lacey screws him over again. Oh God, I'm so sick of this threesome here. Please, Love After Lockup people, don't bring these three back. This is crazy. John and Christiana. Well, first off, I'd like to start by saying that last week when we were introduced to John's sister, I made a comment that I thought that she was just clout chasing, that she was just coming on the show after 20 years, just now reaching out to John. I made that comment. Well, it's someone who says, which it possibly is, that she is John's sister, did get into my comments last week and inform me that that is not the truth. And so I would formally like to apologize to John's sister. She did not come on the show clout chasing. She really did just want to connect with her brother. So I personally want to say, I'm sorry. So moving on. So John lets us know that he has not seen Christiana for going on 2 weeks, that she has not returned any of his calls or text messages, and he's completely torn up by this. So much so that he has contacted his friend Carrie, and he has decided that he is going to have a mourning ceremony, which is part of their Native American custom. He also has been checking the Dubuque jail website every day to see if Christiana has been arrested. Now, my thought is this. Why didn't you just go down to Tara's house in Dubuque and see if you could find Christiana? Personally, I do not think that Christiana fell off the wagon. I don't think that she is in jail. My personal opinion is that Christiana has talked to Tara, and maybe Tara told her that her and John had the sex, and maybe that's why she's not talking to John. I'm just saying, that's just my thought. So John has this Native American ceremony and he cuts his hair. Now listen, when Carrie pulled out the knife, I said, y'all don't have any scissors? You got those big bags. No scissors? I don't understand why this had to be done with a big old hunting knife. I don't know. It looked painful, but I do appreciate the haircut. Get a little haircut. I was thinking, run down to Great Clips. You don't even have to make an appointment. Great Clips will spray you with some water and trim that up and get the edges right. You know, head on down to Great Clips. I don't know. I thought maybe he might have been having the morning ceremony a little soon. It was 2 weeks, you know, and the ceremony was intended for people who had passed away. She's still alive. I don't know. You know, we did see that John was concerned about Christiana, so he met her friend from work. That lady has been sober for 4 years, and you know, maybe Christiana thought he was overstepping a little bit. Personally, I think he did overstep a little bit, but I also think that he was just trying to protect his wife. So I'm okay with that. At the end of the show, they tell us that John has still not heard from Christiana. However, he's still hoping that she will reach out. But then I saw on social media that they had gone to Vegas together and everything. So they're back together. They're happy. And, you know, she's still sober. So that's what I'm happy about. Everybody knows I love Christiana. John, not so much. But I really do like that he's protective over his wife. Anyway, I would like to see John and Christiana back next season because I like to keep an eye on Christiana. That's my girl. Anyway, you guys, what did you think of this episode? Are you ready for that Love During Lockup? And Love After Lockup will be back in March. Oh my gosh. I also hope they don't bring back Lamar and his wife. I forget what her name is, but oh my God, that woman irritates me so much. I love their little girl though. Anyway, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.